At week 11 of pregnancy, the intricate process of fetal development continues with remarkable precision. This week marks a pivotal milestone, the formation of the sexual organs. Inside the womb, the fetus measures just over 1.5 inches in length. Yet within this tiny form, complex changes are unfolding that will shape the baby's biological sex and reproductive future. Until now, the fetus's reproductive system has been in a sort of neutral state. The early stages of development involve structures called gonadal ridges, which have the potential to become either testes or ovaries. These ridges contain primordial germ cells, the precursors to eggs or sperm, that have traveled from their origin in the yolk sac into the developing gonads. At the genetic level, the presence of two X chromosomes typically signals female development, while an X and a Y chromosome direct male development. However, the physical differentiation of the sexual organs does not begin until around week 11. As this week progresses, the influence of genetics and hormones becomes increasingly significant. In fetuses with XY chromosomes, a gene on the Y chromosome called SRY triggers the transformation of the gonadal ridges into testes. These newly forming testes begin to produce testosterone and another hormone known as anti-Müllerian hormone. Testosterone promotes the development of male external genitalia, while anti-Müllerian hormone causes the regression of female internal reproductive structures. In contrast, if the fetus has XX chromosomes, the absence of the SRY gene means the gonadal ridges will develop into ovaries. Without the influence of high levels of testosterone, the female reproductive organs are allowed to form, and the Müllerian ducts begin to develop into structures such as the fallopian tubes, uterus, and the upper part of the vagina. Externally, the genital tubercle, a small bump that looks identical in all fetuses up until this point, now starts to differentiate. In males, this structure elongates to become the penis, while in females, it forms the clitoris. The labioscrotal swellings, which also appear similar at first, will eventually become the scrotum in males and the labia in females. This process is gradual and won't be fully complete for several more weeks, but week 11 is when the initial divergence begins. Even though the internal and external sexual organs are beginning to take shape, they are still not easily distinguishable on ultrasound. The differences are subtle and will become more pronounced with each passing week. For expectant parents, the baby's genetic sex has already been determined at conception, but the visible signs of that sex are only now starting to manifest. Beyond the formation of sexual organs, week 11 is a time of rapid overall development. The baby's head remains large compared to the rest of the body, but the torso is lengthening and straightening, and the limbs are growing longer. Tiny fingernails are beginning to appear, and the bones are hardening. The baby is increasingly active, moving spontaneously, although these movements are still too gentle to be felt by the mother. As the sexual organs develop, so do the glands that will one day produce reproductive hormones. In males, the testes begin a slow descent from their initial position near the kidneys. In females, the ovaries start to settle into their final location in the pelvis. These organs will remain dormant until puberty, when they will mature and take on their full reproductive roles. The changes occurring during week 11 are a testament to the complexity and precision of human development. Each step is guided by a delicate interplay of genetic instructions and hormonal signals, setting the stage for the baby's future growth and identity. As the first trimester nears its end, the foundations for all major organ systems, including the reproductive system, are firmly in place, and the fetus is well on its way to becoming a unique individual.